Good morning and welcome to Ark and Dove Presbyterian Church in Odenton, Maryland. I'm Brian Boudreau, the Clerk of Session here at Ark and Dove, and your host in the lobby, the weekly program of the life and ministry of the church. Now, this week is the third Sunday in Lent, and it is also the last Sunday that our Director of Contemporary Music, Pat Sise, will be with us. So hopefully you will be able to join us in celebrating Pat and celebrating all his contributions at Ark and Dove and his leadership and over the last decade. I will be talking to Pat in just a little bit, but first let's dive into the announcements. Now we have the March crafting group that will be on Monday, March 21st at 7 p.m. It's via Zoom, so if you'd like to get the Zoom link, please contact Amy Tardif. The children's choir is going on now. It's for ages preschool through middle school, and they meet every Sunday at 9:45 a.m. in the Marshall Room. The children will be dismissed in time to go to the 10:30 service to be with their families. If you're interested in signing your child up, please contact Abby Boudreau or Christina Nelson to learn more. We have our Lenten small groups that continue. There is a Lenten small group almost every day of the week. I think we've got Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So we have different leaders who are leading. If you are interested, you can find more details in the archive and on the webpage and get the contact information for each of the small group leaders. You can still reach out to them. It is not too late to join. This year we're reading Kate Bowler and Jessica Ritchie's Good Enough, 40-ish devotionals for a life of imperfection. So I think we can all use that and relate to that, so sign up. Now, Fellowship Hour is back, and we will be having the table returning outside with snacks and coffee, but we need your help. So if you are interested in signing up and helping clean up, set up, and clean up after the second service, please reach out to our Outreach and Connections Elder, Katie Nilsson Johnson, to sign up. We have a special event that is the Ukrainian egg decorating fundraiser for humanitarian relief. So if you're familiar, the Makars do a wonderful job with the Ukrainian egg decorating. So they'll be making Pazanki eggs on April 9th at 4 p.m. And it will be a fundraiser for Ukrainian relief. So once again, check out the archive and you can find the online registration. Space is limited. We have our Healing Through Grief group who will be meeting via Zoom on April 9th at 7:30 p.m. So if you would like to sign up for that, please reach out to Linny Gerdner. We also have our parent group meeting on April 3rd. Now that's a little different than how the parent group usually meets. This will be on Sunday after church on the 3rd, and it will be a pizza lunch. So all parents and caregivers of school-age children or younger are welcome, and childcare will be provided for a small cost. So please RSVP with Nicole Howe if you're interested. The anti-racism and social justice team invites you to several different opportunities for building the beloved community. So they have something on April 19th at 7 p.m. via Zoom for a planning session for anti-racism efforts. And then they have a Racism 101 and Racism 102 on the 24th of April and the 1st of May. And then finally, we also have on the 26th of April at 7 p.m. affinity group discussion. I think everything is on Zoom, so please reach out to Paula Sparks or Deb Saylor to sign up. Now, we are still looking for a nursery coordinator. So if you are interested or you know somebody who's interested, please email hiring@arkanddove.org to get the job description or to provide your resume. So as I said earlier, today is Pat Sise's last day at Ark and Dove. So I just wanted to take some time here in the lobby to talk to Pat and kind of wish him well as he goes. So welcome, Pat. It's good to have you here in the lobby one last time.
Hey, Brian. Thanks for having me.
So I'd love to, well, let's first go. How long have you been at Ark and Dove? I think it's even double digits, right?
Yeah, I've been here for 10 years now. So 2012 was the first time I came.
Okay. And how did you start out at Ark and Dove?
I started because Mark Edwards, the previous director, him and I were at Peabody studying guitar together with the same teacher. And after we graduated, we formed a guitar duo, and we were kind of playing actively concerts and everything. And he just asked me if I wanted to come play for an anthem one week, and I came down and we played the anthem. And then basically after a little bit after that, he asked if I would want to join and play bass every week because he didn't have a bass player.
And then the story continues from there. And you've been at Arkansas
Yeah,
ever since.
yeah, definitely play bass. And then Ryan started playing bass, so he started playing with the band, and I played some guitar. And then when David Degg left, there was like a gap where Mark needed a drummer, so I started playing drums. And then we got Brendan and went back to guitar and took over director stuff once Mark had to leave.
So what do you think kept you here at Ark and Dove? Why? What did you like about it?
What kept me there? I mean, the music for sure. Obviously, the music was really fun to play, and it's nice to have a weekly outlet to play music, especially for people who are worshiping, and provide like a contemplative and joyous, worship services for everybody. But overall, it's definitely the friendships and fellowship, and just the sense of family that we had, with everybody. That's going to be one of the hardest things to leave for sure. That I'll miss, I should say, every week.
Yeah, there's in any of the musical groups at Ark and Dove, there's a special bond in that group, and you certainly have that in the band, and have that in the band. So as you kind of are planning your next steps, what do you hope to leave behind here at Ark and Dove? What is your wish for Ark and Dove and music at Ark and Dove?
Well, I mean, I think we're doing a great job already with the variety of music. I think that's going really nicely, and I know that was something Pastor Tim talked about, was bringing in more world music and music that has more diversity for people who might enjoy it, and to bring more members into the congregation. I think we're doing a pretty awesome job of that, especially Rebecca recently. And I mean, the music we played is the music that's popular. I played at a lot of churches, and all the band songs that I picked were from artists that were some of the biggest, Christian contemporary bands out there. And that's why I selected the music, because it's, popular with people who know that music. So, I mean, I'd say with the band is just continue playing some of this popular music, but mainly providing music that, like I said, is fit for the service, so that people can worship well, and you know can be touched by any sort of presence every week, and however that might be, with joy, or helping get through a recent struggle or a pain, and just contemplating and prayer, and whatever it means for somebody's worship service. That's where I would want the music to be. But I think now that everything is gone much more digital with the live stream and everything, I think one of the more important thing is to continue to improve the overall like live stream sound. There's a lot of moving parts with what Ark and Dove has to do, and any church that has to do live stream with live music in a sanctuary at the same time. So I think some of the changes that are going to be coming about are going to be really great for just getting the absolute best sound every week for the church, and for people who are worshiping from home, or who watch it later on in the week, or want to rewatch it or something like that.
Yeah, and I think if you were to take and look at Ark and Dove and the live stream service from when we began 2 years ago to today, and just to see that transition that we made from not quite sure what we were doing, and especially with music, how do you how do you do that, and how well all of our volunteers have sort of adapted and adopted new techniques, and really changed the musical experience for Ark and Dove. So whether you're in the sanctuary or you're watching online, you have a good experience.
Yeah, it was a huge team effort, that's for sure. I mean, Ryan and Rob and Christy and Bob coming in to help with live stream feed now, and just everybody that stepped in to improve the technology that we needed and get everything installed quickly, learning the systems. I mean, when we bought that new soundboard, I think Ryan had read the whole manual in a week, which was crazy to me, because there's just thousands of pages and there's so much to learn about it. So it's just that's one of the things that's so great about Ark and Dove too, is just the dedication that everyone has, and the time they're willing to put into providing excellent worship. And yeah, I'm glad we were able to do it. And it was a learning curve with the recordings, but we got through it. We continued to improve, and I can't thank the band for all their patience during those recordings, because I was pretty demanding.
Now let's talk a little bit about some of the musical highlights, because like you said, you've been here for 10 years. You've been the director of contemporary music for how long has it been now? Is it 4 years?
Yeah.
3 years?
Mm-hmm. 3 years.
What do you have some highlights? There's some things that stick out in your mind at musical.
Well, highlights. That's hard to pick out because there's so many, I think. I mean, I definitely love all the special activities. Music wise highlights. The special concerts we always did with Rebels, and getting to play extracurricular, sometimes secular music to celebrate the holiday. It's just always nice. And then we had the Christmas cafe concert we did. That was really awesome. And letting the volunteers again contribute what they wanted to contribute to have just this cool service. And I think always the big services are always some of the highlights, because the directors, we're always looking for those heavy hitting anthems, the stuff that's gonna get you feeling a certain way, and that hopefully it's matching the theme of the sermon. And I think some of my favorite moments are when everything just kind of works really well together. When we have a service where there's a great sermon by John or Tim, and then the music is just matching the service really well, and it's almost like a story arc to the worship service. Those have always been my favorite, but especially like the Rebels concerts, and especially when I was playing guitar, because Mark used to let me do my thing and rip a little bit and do some soloing, and that's always fun to do.
Very nice. I had forgotten about the Christmas cafe, and that was a lot of fun. Thanks for doing that one. I just want to thank you first, because anytime that I saw that you were doing a guitar feature, I just was like, tuning in, want to be there. If it's a postlude, to stay in the sanctuary a little bit extra, just because you do wonderful things with your fingers in that guitar.
Thanks, man. Yeah,
very moving.
Yeah, it's really nice to have I don't play classical guitar as much anymore in concerts, and really, Ark and Dove services were kind of the only place I was playing for a while now. So it's really nice to have that outlet too, to be able to perform and play the style of music that I have a master's degree in. Because sometimes I'm not really utilizing it unless I'm teaching or something. And it's just really nice. And the compliments have been just so humbling and heartwarming, throughout the years, everybody saying how much they love that music. And I was just such a joy for me to share it with everybody, and allow them to enjoy what I love and am on this earth to do, which is create music. So
yeah, I don't think I had a full appreciation for what the classical guitar was until coming to Ark and Dove, because you think guitar isn't a band, right? No, it's
yeah,
more than that.
Yeah, it's a lot more than that, especially classical guitar. It's difficult. It's very difficult. There's a lot of elements to it. So, but I'm glad people were able to enjoy it.
You've certainly brought it to us, and you've brought it into our lives, and I can't thank you enough for doing that. I will say you are leaving an indelible mark on Ark and Dove as you go off onto your next adventure. So we certainly, from those of us here in the lobby and everyone at Ark and Dove, I just want to say thank you. And I know for Sunday we will have a nice send off later on today. But I just wanted to say, so there's on record. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure. It's my pleasure. I mean, I'm so grateful and humbled. Like I said, it was when I was writing my archive article this week, it really was hard to put into words what it's meant to me for all these years, and what it's going to mean to me for the rest of my life. Thank you. I'm very humbled.
Well, I hope you won't be a stranger. Come back anytime to Ark and Dove, and you can come on the lobby even. We would love to have you back.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. It's not a final goodbye, that's for sure.
Yeah. I was going to say, do you want to share with us what you'll be doing next? What is your next adventure, I guess?
Yeah, I mean, sure. Well, I mean, I've been working for State Farm Insurance since August, so that's kind of become my main, job for now. But I'm still teaching all private students that I had, and Phantasm, the cover band, is playing all the time, and we're getting booked constantly. I mean, I'm in Ocean City this week for playing at the Purple Moose. We played 2 nights down here. We played last night, and we're playing tonight. So I'm in Ocean City right now. And then the other band, Rise Among Rivals, which is the kind of more modern, heavier rock band that I'm in. We have a tour lined up for July. So, I mean, I'm a musician. So the dream is to sign with a management company and start touring, maybe full time. That would be great.
You certainly are a busy guy. So thank you again. And thank you so much for being a part of Ark and Dove for the last decade.
It was my pleasure.
Yeah. And thank you to everyone out there for joining me today. It was a pleasure being able to come into your home. Once again, thank you to Pat for his time here at Ark and Dove, and we're really, really going to miss him. Now, don't forget, as you go into the week, don't forget to wear your mask where you need to wear your mask. Get your vaccine if you haven't gotten the vaccine or the booster yet. And I wish you the best on your Lenten journey. We'll see you again next week.